Hey guys, it's Ben. I'm coming at you with another build video. Today we're going to be talking about the status god build for Infinite Archive. Let's take a look at our skills first. I am on a sorcerer. You can run this build on any class you want to play it on, but you're going to have to run specific things to make it proc. So let's take a look at the skills. On a Sorc, I'm running Regenerative Ward, granting you a damage shield for over 14,500. It heals you for 4,712 health and grants minor intellect, minor endurance for you and nearby allies for 10 seconds. Scales off the higher of your max health and max magicka. The shield is capped at 55% of your max health. This is your shield and your heal for Archive. The next skill is Elemental Susceptibility. This is going to send the elements to zap the enemy's defenses, afflicting them with major breach for 30 seconds, reducing the physical and spell resistances by 5,948. Every 7.5 seconds, the enemy is afflicted with burning, chilled, and concussion status effects. You can reproc this skill early by just reapplying the skill. You don't have to wait 7.5 seconds. This is going to be your spammable attack you're going to be using. Next is Streak. This is going to transform yourself into pure energy and flash forward, dealing 6,116 shock damage to enemies in your wake and stunning them for 3 seconds. It cannot be blocked. Casting again within 4 seconds costs 33%. Next is Critical Surge. It's going to be your heal over time. You already get weapon and spell damage bonuses and stuff from our build we're going to be using for the Major Brutality and Sorcery. Again, this is just to get you the critical damage heals coming into your guy. Whenever you deal critical damage, it'll heal you for 3,630 health every 1 second. Bound Aegis, it's going to protect yourself with the power of Oblivion, creating a suit of Daedric Mail that increases your block mitigation by 40% for 5 seconds. If you use this skill, if you time it right, especially when you're trying to fight these Marauders and they're winding up with their big heavy attack, and you have to block it, just proc this skill before you block. It's going to increase your block mitigation and allow you to survive even the heaviest possible hits in there. While slotted on either bar, your max magic is increased 8% and you gain minor resolve and minor protection, increasing your physical and spell resistances by 2,974 and reducing your damage taken by 5%. Your ultimate is the Summon Charged Atronach. This is going to summon a mobile storm Atronach at the target location. Your arrival deals 9,867 shock damage and stuns the enemies for 3 seconds. The Atronach calls upon a lightning storm every 2 seconds, dealing 9,867 shock damage to enemies around it. Most important thing, enemies are afflicted with the concussion status effect. And if you're playing with a teammate, they can use the synergy on this to get Major Berserk in the group for 10 seconds. So make sure that you grab your passives for all of your skill lines. This is from the Dark Magic, Daedric Summoning, and Storm Calling. You want to grab your passives from your Destruction Staff. We're running mostly heavy armor with 1 medium piece, so you're going to grab your passives for your heavy and your medium. Your Undaunted passives if you can. I'm a high elf on this build, so whichever race you want to run, just make sure you grab your passives for it. Let's take a look at our champion tree. For the blue tree, we are running Force of Nature. This is going to increase your offensive penetration by 660 for every status effect your target has. Deadly Aim is going to increase your damage done with single target attacks by 3% per stage for a total of 6%. Thaumaturge is going to increase your damage done with damage over time effects by a total of 6%. And Wrathful Strikes provides 205 weapon and spell damage. For the red tree, we're running Strategic Reserve. This is going to give you 30 health recovery for every 10 ultimate you have. Slippery, when affected by a disabling effect, you automatically break free for no cost. After using an effect, become wind and can't use it again for 21 seconds. Fortified gives 1731 armor. Balanced Vitality is 1400 max health. Let's take a look at our character sheet. This is unbuffed. We get over 26,000 max magicka, almost 43,000 max health. 24,500 stamina, health recovery 3611, spell damage 4,566, penetrations 3,976. That will, a lot of these values are going to go up as you go into archive, and depending on the buffs and stuff that you get, these are going to go up. So your penetration, again, when you add your elemental susceptibility, you're going to add that on top of it, and then other buffs, you're going to get plenty of pen later on. We are right at the cap for spell and physical resistance, 33,046. So this build is min-maxed, in other words. We have all 64 points into health for the attributes. Running Bewitched Sugar Skulls. It's going to increase your max health, max stamina, magicka, and health recovery. We have a lot of major and minor buffs. And we're running the Lord Mundus Stone. It's going to give your max health a boost. Alright, let's take a look at our gear sets. The first set is Unleashed Terror. This drops in Castle Thorn. The 2-piece gives 129 weapon and spell damage, 3-piece 1096 max stam, 4-piece 1096 max stam. The 5-piece, when you deal direct damage with a blink, charge, leap, teleport, or pull ability, you cut your enemy, causing them to bleed for 10 seconds, dealing bleed damage over the duration, and applying the hemorrhaging status effect every tick. This ability can occur once every 10 seconds per target, and scales off the higher of your weapon and spell damage. For the head, we're running Mighty Chudon, Infused, Max Health Glyph. This is going to give 1487 armor. The other set is Serpent's Disdain. This is a craftable set. I have the multi-effect enchantment on this. This is going to give max health, magicka, and stamina. It's a reinforced trait. The 2-piece gives 1096 max stam, 3-piece 1206 max health, 4-piece 1096 max magicka. The 5-piece, increase the duration of status effects you apply by 16 seconds. Serpent's Disdain for the shoulder, multi-effect enchantment, reinforced trait. You have Unleashed on the waist. This is your medium piece. It's in Divine's multi-effect enchantment as well. And then Serpent's Disdain, reinforced trait, same enchantment for the hands, the greaves, and the feet. The necklace, protective trait, weapon and spell damage glyph. The ring, same. And then we have Oaken Soul. This is in Bloodthirsty. And I do have another version of this I will also run with a reduction to cost of magicka. So if you find yourself later on and you need a little bit more resources for max magicka, this is a good thing you can swap out in the higher arcs. It'll help you a little bit. So the way this combination works, and I've been in there, I've been really going at it hard lately, and this is hands down the best possible combination of gear you can run in Infinite Archive. If you are building your guy to be survivable, sustainable, and deal DPS, you want to build your build through focused efforts. That is going to push your status effect damage by 500%. And increases the chance by 12%. But if you find a set that is a guaranteed proc, that's the set you want to run. So when I'm looking at all of the different status effects that deals a damage over time, you're going to look at burning, poisoned, and hemorrhaging. Stuff like concussion and chilled and stuff like that, those will also equate to damage, but it's not going to be the same amount of damage that you're going to get from burning, poison, or hemorrhaging. This set right here, the Unleashed, gives you hemorrhaging on tap. And where you're running it at a 16-second uptime, it can go for 10 seconds per target, meaning you have 100% uptime with your ticks from hemorrhaging as an AoE, hitting everything in your path. So I can't stress it enough. You're going to love this build. Period. Hands down, it is bonkers. I'm going to run inside real quick. I've got some stuff set up just to kind of show you a general idea of what it looks like when you're fighting stuff. So here, just imagine this is a group of stuff that's coming at you, a whole bunch of ads. And what you want to do when you're playing Archive is you just run kind of either to the front or to the back and get the stuff to chase after you. And it'll actually line up in a straight line as it's coming your way. And you just streak through them like that. And then all of a sudden, you've hit everything with this. And it just keeps ticking and ticking and ticking. And it melts stuff. Oh my goodness. And while you're doing that, you have Elemental Susceptibility, which is a free cast ability. This is your spammable. And you just hit everything coming at you and streak through it again. And you just let everything cook in your dots. You put this on with focused efforts, and yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. It is so much fun. Another thing I wanted to mention to you guys, when you're selecting your visions, if you're having trouble getting focused efforts, you have an offensive, defensive, and utilitarian vision that you can choose from. And if you're having trouble getting focused efforts, you want to make sure you're picking from the offensive vision, the one on the left. So there's only so many things that it can give you, per each slot. Eventually it's going to drop focused efforts if you keep picking the one on the left. A lot of the stuff too, your buffs, if you notice on your visions, even if you get something that says like affects poison, affects bleed, that's going to work on your build. On this lightning staff here as well, I have a poison damage glyph. I forgot to mention that a minute ago, but again, you're going to have all of the status effects pretty much going off with your guy. You're going to have poison on tap, hemorrhaging, concussion, chilled, burning. All of that's going to be just bonkers, just blowing stuff up in there, and you're going to be super survivable. It's all about just keeping your distance from the ads, get them to chase you, streak through them. You have plenty of stamina, health, magicka to survive, and you just light them up with your dots and just let them cook. You can go pretty much as far as you want to go in Archive. I mean, there's just really not enough time of the day. You'll be in there for forever surviving. It's crazy fun. I've had a blast playing this build. I hope you guys give it a try. If you do, also enjoy this video, please drop me a like, and I'm going to try to get back to you all with another video. I'm going to put a little bit of gameplay footage at the end of this. If you guys want to hang out and watch it, I really appreciate it. And I'll try to get back to y'all with another video. Have a good one. Hey guys, I just wanted to mention a few more things in this video. If you go to your collections, go down to tools. If you have this right here unlocked, the Eye of the Infinite, it summons a Watcher. This is going to help you throughout the Archive, but it's especially useful on a sorcerer because it's going to proc your Daedric summoning passive. Watch my max health right here go up from 42 to 46,000. Aha! So again, whatever class you're playing on, if you can get this little guy unlocked, do so. You can get him from this merchant over here. If you have the achievements unlocked, you can purchase it for 15,000 archival points. Some other stuff I wanted to mention real quick too. On my weapon, I'm running a poison damage glyph, so make sure you have that on. And for focused efforts, you get a 500% increase to damage for each stack that you have. You can stack it up to 5 times. That's 2,500% increase to your damage. So when you're running all of these status effects and the damage is increased by 2,500%, it melts stuff. So anyway, you guys enjoy the build. I'll catch you in the next one.